Hey there ghouls and creeps, I'm Britt and welcome to my channel where I do spooky DIY home and lifestyle content all year long. Today I'll be showing you how to make dresses out of Halloween material using commercial patterns. Let's get started. For this project, you will need your shell material, your liner material, your invisible zipper, Butterick pattern 6448, fabric shears, paper shears, pins, and a sewing machine. Now we get to the part where we lay out our material, pin our pattern pieces, and then cut out our dress pieces. The thing that's cool about commercial patterns is that they make sewing accessible to the masses, since drafting or draping a pattern from scratch is frankly not something most people are willing to do. One pointer I've learned over the years in regard to commercial sewing patterns is that they do run small. Like, you're probably going to find that when you compare your body measurements to the pattern envelope, you're going to be typically several sizes larger than what you would be purchasing in store. But don't fret, you're not alone. After finishing with cutting my shell, I then made sure to cut out my liner pieces before wrapping up for the day. Once I finished eating a yummy breakfast of pumpkin skull pancakes, I jumped right into sewing the princess seams from my front bodices by matching the notches. I then reinforced the seam with an additional stitch line 1/4 inch from the seam edge, and then completed the princess seams in the bodice backs. I was able to then sew the shoulder and side seams with the bodice fronts and backs together. Truthfully, I used to be a sewist that would skimp on my seam pressing, but now I try to press my seams open every time I'm about to move on to the next step, which I feel like increases my satisfaction with the end result. I then hemmed my sleeve edges by folding the bottom edges over 1/4 inch twice, followed by edge stitching the first fold. When you go to attach your sleeve to your bodice, first sew a basting stitch around the sleeve cap in between the front and the back placement notches. This will give you the ability to gather your sleeve to create the shape that will easily ease into your bodice sleeve opening. Hey everybody, it's officially day 3 of the spooky dressmaking project. Today I need to go to the store and pick up some supplies in addition to hopefully wrapping up these sewing steps. Let's go to Joann. Alright, we're in the Joann parking lot. Let's hop in there and get some zippers and take a look and see if there's any Halloween left. After attaching the sleeves, I then finished the bodice neck and armholes by sewing the bodice shell to the liner. Because I wanted to have pretty finished seams on the inside of my skirts, I decided to have all but the center back seam be a French seam. This is where you sew your seam twice in 1/4 to 3/8 inch increments, encasing the seam's raw edge. I sewed the center back seam the standard way to be able to sew in my all-purpose zipper later. This is the current state of both dresses. I have 2 bodices, 4 skirt pieces, which I'm going to be sewing together to make 2 dresses. With all that said, let's get to it. For my skirt hem, I used some pre-packaged single fold bias tape to fold over and sew this curved edge easily. It's zipper time, everybody. After realizing that I hadn't replaced my invisible zipper foot, I had to go with an all-purpose zipper and chose to go with a centered zipper application. To begin, I first basted my center back seam, followed by centering the zipper teeth with the center back seam and positioning the zip hole so that it went all the way up to the neckline. After pinning the zipper in place, I then took a hand sewing needle and basted the zipper to only the seam allowance. I was then ready to do the zipper's top stitching, which can be a little tricky negotiating the zipper pull back and forth so that it doesn't interfere with the presser foot. There was easily 4 minutes worth of footage here that was cut of me trying to slide the zipper pull out of the way. To wrap up your zipper, simply use a seam ripper to remove the stitching from your center back seam over top of your zipper teeth. As a final step for this project, I used a slip stitch technique to sew the liner to the shell along the zipper and the waistline. Truthfully, this project took longer than originally predicted, but the end result is completely worth it. I've been looking for unique pieces to expand my spooky wardrobe, and these dresses make absolutely perfect additions. Let me know down in the comments which print you like most. I think I prefer the neon green bone print, but I would love to hear your input. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit my creepy craft corner of the internet. I really do appreciate you taking the time to like, subscribe, and comment below. Now, without further ado, let's get to the grand reveal.